state reports 489 new cases, 632 recoveries and 7 deaths in the last 24 hours. With the rising number of COVID cases, containment measures to continue until further orders in the state. And Chief Minister Conrad Sangma assures support and grant for Producers Group for upscaling business and entrepreneurial activities. The news in detail. Meghalaya reported 489 new cases today, while 632 people have recovered in the last 24 hours. The total active cases in the state now stands at 4,434. 7 deaths were also reported, taking the total number to 862. Meanwhile, India has reported 43,071 new cases in the last 24 hours. The ministry also reported that 52,299 patients recovered during the last 24 hours. The daily recoveries continue to outnumber the daily new cases. The national COVID recovery rate has also further increased to 97.09%. Over 35 crore vaccine doses administered so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. The state government decides to continue with the containment measures enforced in the state until further orders. The number of COVID-19 cases in the state continues to be on the higher side, with the considerable spread in rural areas. During the week, public, social and religious gatherings are not permitted. Entry of tourists is not permitted and tourist spots remain closed. Educational institutes, training centres shall remain closed. Interstate movement also continues to remain prohibited except for transit vehicles. The government has exempted few emergency and essential services such as medical stores, petrol pumps and select government offices with 30% staff. Shops and a limited number of shopping malls dealing with essential and non-essential items will open from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on a rotation basis. Movement of vehicles is also allowed only on a limited basis, and night curfew remains in place for all the districts. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma interacted with farmer producers groups at Mendipathar in North Garo Hills recently. Interacting with the entrepreneurs, Sangma said through the Chief Minister's support for Producers Group, the government will provide financial assistance as grant for upscaling business and entrepreneurial activities. The Chief Minister added that in the financial year, 25,000 producer groups will be given financial assistance under the CM Support for Producers Group scheme. Sangma also visited a utility store started by S.R. Rose, who founded the Mendipathar Multipurpose Cooperative Society 2 decades ago and has assured the society of all support required to scale up its activities. With assurance from the state government to create a new district for Mairang Civil Subdivision, Sostin Sotun, local MLA of Jirang constituency, said that the creation of the new district will be for the betterment of the people. The developmental works will take place at a faster pace and will help the people of the district. Briefing the media, Sotun also urged the government to upgrade Patharma administrative unit into civil subdivision so that people may avail the facilities provided by the government.
District Mairang, but Hakajukopor, Nasno, Kumban Pinkanmau, Biang Yakasokar, Hadin Ba, Ka administrative unit Kajungi, Kaladap, Kalakinjo, Shaka Apo Nriusnam, Di Nakaliang, Jonga Kumu Emily, Ngakintu, But Ngabanjur, Shakasokar, Haka Jingilam Jong Honorable Chief Minister, Sakonat Kisangma, Ba Kinpek Kirpang Lene Ban I Ban upgrade Yaka administrative unit Jongka Paratma Shaka civil subdivision.
The Jaintia Hills Autonomous District Council EM Saron Paswet released a book titled The Legend of Harib and Saik, written by S. Koshant Sumer. The book was earlier released in Panar language in the year 2007 and has now been translated to English for a wider section of readers. The function was held at his residence in the presence of his family, friends and a few other guests abiding with COVID-19 protocols. S. Koshan Sumer said that this book is about the various stages of life an individual goes through. The pandemic has taken a toll on every single institution across the globe. Often overlooked is the impact COVID-19 and its containment measures have had on orphanages. Devoid of funds and struggling for aid, the prospects for orphanages in Meghalaya during the pandemic seem bleak. However, NGOs and citizen groups have recognized such challenges and have risen to the occasion. Here's a report on one such NGO.
Group of individuals who have come together to work for the welfare of the society. Established in 2019 and based in Shillong, the group was born from the conviction that each individual has a responsibility towards those around them. Taking initiative to help God's Dream Children Orphanage, situated in Shupai, Shillong, Sarthi carries out sanitization operation and distributes food, clothes, shoes, books, toys to the children.
We are really thankful to Sarati, an organization who had been such a blessing to us here for quite some years now, because they are one organization that has been very regular in helping us, especially with bringing food and clothes and other items in, for the children. We also do some kind of fundraising, but for almost 2 years now, it's been affected because of this COVID situation. But we thank God for people who have been so generous in reaching out to us time and again and in supporting us financially.
Running entirely on funds generated by the group members, the NGO is currently taking extra care to focus on groups and institutions that have been rendered most vulnerable during this pandemic.
We all think that we should come together and fulfill our responsibilities as a member of the society, because we feel that society is just a larger family. We do a lot of stuff actually. We do sometimes we provide ration, like what we have done here. We also provide other forms of resources like stationaries, clothes, which we are very much reactive right now. We react to the situation as it is on the ground. Whenever we see that there is any urgent need, we react to that, be it in any case. Our future plan, if we look at the long-term objective, it is to reach out to the rural population around Shillong.
Though the activities of the NGOs and organizations such as Sarthi go a long way in ensuring those vulnerable and marginalized are cared for, more action is called for. While they have taken the initiative and shown the way, it is up to everyone who is more privileged to be conscious of the struggles of those around us and rise to the occasion by taking actions to improve lives. Bureau Report, DD News, Meghalaya.
Here's a look at the weather report in Shillong. The maximum temperature was 25.6 degrees Celsius with the minimum temperature recorded at 16.5 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity in the morning was 85%, dropping to 68% with no rainfall. The forecast tells us moderate rain or thunder showers are very likely to occur at most places. Our news bulletin is also available live on our YouTube channel. In addition to watching on television, viewers may now visit the DD News Shillong YouTube channel to tune in to our daily bulletin. And for our viewers, here's a recap of today's top stories. The state reports 489 new cases, 632 recoveries and 7 deaths in the last 24 hours. With the rising number of COVID cases, containment measures continue until further orders in the state. And Chief Minister Conrad Sangma assures support and grant for producers group for upscaling business and entrepreneurial activities. Well, that's all the news we have for you today. Thank you for watching. And remember, the battle against COVID-19 is not yet over, so wear masks, maintain social distancing and wash hands frequently. Until then, goodbye.